Well, greetings again, everyone. It's me, Nick Michael, and the stupendous Steve Fraser.
Hello again, everybody.
And we are kind of continuing on the Stephen King commentary series. And
with an added caveat.
A little dose of Rob Reiner, which we've done with Misery before. We're doing a little more Rob Reiner going forward, and sadly, we did have this planned before the tragic passing of Mr. Reiner several months ago.
Yeah, so this is going to be kind of an in memoriam to Rob Reiner.
Yeah, so...
And how much we love him.
Yeah.
And it's been on the calendar for a while. I believe he was due to celebrate a birthday in early March.
Yes.
And so that we kind of had this planned out. We've got another Rob Reiner coming up next month. And then, sadly, we lost him.
Yeah.
So we'll talk a little bit about him.
Yes.
We'll talk a lot about him.
So we're covering Stand By Me today, guys. So you get your own copy of the film over to timestamp of 0. Switch on your subtitles, and we'll get synced up with a countdown. So, guys, in 3, 2, 1, play.
Love me some Stephen King, as you know.
Yes.
Love me some Rob Reiner. I remember watching this movie when I was, I don't know, 8 or 9.
Okay.
I mean, it was like, I was young.
Oh, yeah. So that definitely the resonance.
Yeah, for sure. And also, I got such a kick out of a character named Lardass at the age of like 9. You know, my mom being like, well, I don't know about that. And I'm like, bitch, I've been watching Nightmare on Elm Street for how long now?
This is early on it, but roughly about 40 years since the film came out in August of 86.
Correct.
Came out the same day as Night of the Creeps and Texas Chainsaw Massacre 2. And a week after The Fly, so it's a hell of a month.
All of which we've covered.
Oh, yeah.
In the archives.
Yes, indeed.
There's a playlist for you.
Yeah.
4 films released in August of 86 on the same day.
Plus, Jason Lives came out the same month, and Manhunter, and Howard the Duck.
Oh, shit.
We're not covering that one.
We probably won't now.
But
well, here we have the star of Jaws.
yes.
Who's really not in this for very long, other than narrator.
Yeah.
The novel that this is based on, novella, excuse me.
The Body.
Is called The Body.
Which was originally how they were going to make the film for, but I guess getting it to closer release, they felt like people would kind of infer the wrong thing from that type of title. Maybe think it's a Stephen King horror film or something else.
Right.
Not what it is.
There's some folklore out there.
Okay.
And I've never verified that this is true, but this is the story that's out there.
Sure.
Is that Kiefer Sutherland was playing the guitar on the set.
With the song?
And was playing the song Stand By Me.
Okay.
And somebody, I believe Rob Reiner, said, oh, I haven't heard that song in
ages
since it was new or whatever. And got to discussing it and then ended up changing the title to that.
Okay.
I knock. This is great. I don't know what they call this game in this movie, but I played this game with my grandma. My grandma taught me the game. She called it Blitz. And I don't know, there's probably other names for it. 31, I believe, is what you got to get to. Mm-hmm. It involves collecting cards until you get close and to 31. If anybody else has a different name for this card game, put it in the comments.
Okay. Yeah, Wikipedia at least says Columbia Pictures was concerned about the title of the film, thinking the screenwriter said people think of like a sex film or bodybuilding film or King horror film.
Right, all three of which it's not.
Reiner came up with Stand By Me being the least unpopular option.
Well, and the rumor is, the folklore is that he came up with that title because he heard Kiefer Sutherland playing it on the guitar.
Yeah.
Which, I don't know if that's true, but I like it. It's a good fairy tale.
It's a good story. And a pretty, we can say up front, a pretty goddamn fantastic find of a cast.
All of them.
Yeah. River Phoenix kind of speaks for himself in terms of live fast, die young. Rising star, then he got so much substance abuse and ended from in '93. But
I believe on Halloween night, I think it was, that he passed
it was
away.
outside of a Chili Peppers concert. He was good friends with some of the guys in the band. But O'Connell doesn't look like this no more.
Absolutely not.
He looks like a stud now, man.
Will Wheaton back there,
Yeah.
he also doesn't look anything like he doesn't. That kid doesn't grow up to look like what you think he does.
No.
Neither does that kid.
Feldman speaks for himself in very peculiar ways.
So this is after
Goonies and Friday
the 13th. Yeah, it was Friday, then Goonies, then this. Yes,
Yeah.
correct.
Then he's up with Kiefer again with Lost Boys the following year.
Correct. What a run!
Hot streak, and then streak goes in different directions.
So this movie is set in the town of Castle Rock.
Yes.
And in the novel, the town of Castle Rock is a town in Maine that, other stories in the King universe.
You recently mentioned.
Yeah, Dead Zone takes place in Castle Rock, among others.
Yes.
And I believe, I don't know if it was Reiner specifically, somebody didn't know. They thought it was a fictitious town, which it is.
Sure.
But in the novella, they reference the town of Portland.
Yeah.
As in Portland, Maine.
Yeah.
But
Real deal.
They didn't know that there was a Portland, Maine.
Okay.
They thought it was Portland, Oregon.
And they're shooting it in Oregon.
So they set the movie in Castle Rock, Oregon, because it's close to Portland. And then, but obviously King didn't care.
No.
And
I mean, I don't know what the fuck Oregon looks like, so what the hell do I know?
well, right. But Goonies also set in Oregon.
Oh, yes.
So
It doesn't feel like this from at all.
not really. No.
It's much more coastal, though.
And the Harlow River. Harlow is a town in Maine. Harlow, Maine, I
Okay.
believe, maybe it's fictitious. I think Harlow, Maine is where, near where Salem's Lot takes place.
Possibly. I don't know. Keep itching. I want to do that audiobook, but it's like 17 hours long.
Oh. It's worth it, dude.
It's on my wish. I got 2 credits to use. I got to pull the trigger on something soon.
I'm telling you, you need to do a King. You
Yeah.
got to do a King. The Dead Zone is really good if you want to do that
Okay.
one.
Just want to make sure I have a time for it. Then I want to
So-
watch all 3 versions of Salem's Lot. So
I
got like a whole month worth of Salem's Lot to get
I was
to.
going to say, if anybody's interested in a Salem's Lot commentary,
Oh, yeah.
the 79 miniseries, the Toby Hooper,
Sure.
is the standard bearer.
Okay.
That's the best one.
Okay.
They did a remake recently
They did
on
that
HBO.
one. I always had I saw the Rob Lowe version
Yeah.
when it aired, so I've always had a soft spot. I got that on DVD, but
Yeah, the Toby Hooper one is
So,
really the
kinda
best
wanna-
one.
I don't want a good plan of that.
we haven't really
It's
talked
a lot of
about
time. There's
this-
a lot of time.
We haven't talked about this movie
Very
at all.
Not much.
So, so they overheard him talking about a body. They're going to go try to see a dead body. That's the gist here.
Yeah. Simple enough.
Vern? All of these kids have so much chemistry.
Oh yeah. There's apparently later on with retrospect and stuff, they said Reiner pretty much cast them as they were. More or less, like Feldman had a lot of problems with his parents.
What was she in? I forget.
She was Gremlins.
Gremlins?
She's Mrs. Peltzer.
Mrs. Peltzer. Okay, I
Yeah.
thought it was Gremlins.
Yeah. Well, like Feldman, he had a lot of problems with the parents, a lot of troubles there, and O'Connell was pretty much just a funny kid and everything like that, and they just kind of found things where, like, Will Wheaton was just kind of a internalized kid, so they just found them, and they didn't have to replay anything more than what they really were. And then they gave him a couple weeks to kind of play around and get buddy-buddy, so it was all kind of naturalized friendship stuff.
That's Johnny Cusack, I believe.
I called it as soon as I saw the photo. I was like, that's Cusack. And I think he just done the sure thing with Cusack. That one I've seen, but...
Yeah, I've never
I
seen
feel like
it
once you
either.
work with Cusack, like you probably want to work with him again.
I would imagine.
Yeah.
He's a Chicago guy. I love that guy.
Yeah, he's wonderful.
The story of the body was one of 4 in a collection called Different Seasons that came out in 1982. So a little bit later, like King was so hot at this point.
Oh yeah.
You know, like we talked about in our, if you look at the Christine one, I think Christine like came out, the novel came out like in March or something, and
Yeah,
then the movie came out in August or something like that.
Yeah.
It was like, you know,
Yeah.
the turnaround is really hot.
Yeah. They're picking it up as he's writing it.
So this one, not as quick of a turnaround, right? And the other 3 stories in there that are all kind of centered around like a season. So they've got like a spring one and then a summer one and a fall one, whatever.
Yeah.
And I think this is the
summer one.
The summer one, I think. Anyway, one of them has not been adapted into a movie. It's called The Breathing Method, and it's a fan favorite. A lot of people love it. One of them is a novella called Apt Pupil, which was turned into a movie starring Ian McKellen that came out in 1998.
Yes.
I actually just rewatched that not long ago on a whim.
And the other one. Yes, I'm looking at the Wikipedia.
And the first one was a movie called Rita Hayworth and Shawshank Redemption, which turned into the single greatest movie that's ever been made. So he's doing okay for himself, right?
Yeah, he's hot.
And when people say, like, oh, Stephen King only writes horror stories.
Oh, no.
And I'm like...
It's because you don't know now.
That's not true, actually. And I think some of the finest examples
just
of his work...
15 years, that's a wide variety.
Sure. You've got Carrie was the first one.
Yeah.
And... that's a little supernatural.
Yeah.
It's a little horror-y. Salem's Lot came right after that.
Yeah. You get The Stand coming up.
The Shining was next.
The Shining and The Stand. And
right.
It builds and builds. And it's horrors. It's not all the same type of horror.
Right.
The Shining is not the same as Salem's Lot. They're different types of stories. They're dealing with different themes and aspects of supernatural stuff.
Then The Stand. And then... I don't remember, Christine and Cujo were also very different types
survival
of
horror and various other things, psychological
supernatural stuff. But then in the meantime, he's writing this.
Right.
And he wrote Shawshank Redemption.
Right. Completely outside the box.
Right. He also wrote, in those times, actually before Carrie was even published, he had written a story called Rage, that was later published as Richard Bachman.
Yeah, I was going to say Bachman stuff around this time.
He wrote a story called The Long Walk that we're going to cover later this year, where he wrote a story called The Running Man that we've already covered, and we're going to cover again. Here's Kiefer Sutherland, potentially the person who named the movie.
But look at him. He's got star written all over him. First, second on screen, you're like, oh yeah.
Him too.
Yeah. I looked at him. Is that Sean Astin? It's like, it can't be Sean Astin. It's like too old. He looks like 1990s Sean Astin, but it's not Sean Astin.
It does look exactly like him.
Yeah, I was so confused. I was ready to go into the whole thing of SAG president Sean Astin.
He is the current SAG president.
Yes.
He walked right off of this set into the Lost Boys without isn't changing anything. That's exactly what he looks like in the Lost Boys.
Oh, yeah, exactly. Dead on. Yeah, Kiefer's just evergreen. Same as father. Oh, yeah.
Shock absorbers, $4.95. There is something, I don't know what it is that works so well that Stephen King is able to harness the power of a group of children.
Oh, yeah.
Or even a single child. Like, there's something about the child or young adult or just the adolescence innocence of it.
All this tucked in with no belt.
Oh my God!
Half of them.
I think Feldman, has a belt on. Yeah.
Phoenix and Wheaton don't.
Phoenix, I mean, he looks like.
Oh yeah, he's got the presence. To feel that he was gonna rise up fast. It was sad. I mean, Joaquin's his brother, and Joaquin has his own idiosyncratic elements of himself.
Demons as well?
Probably.
Now, Joaquin, I believe, is younger?
I'm guessing so.
I don't remember. I
heard that.
I love this. This is a beautiful shot, right? It's a landscape, and they just have the little ants marching across, right?
Yeah. I even read, I don't know which one of the roles, but Ethan Hawke even auditioned, and he was as young as these guys at the time, if not younger. Talk about a career.
Isn't it funny
forever.
How that stuff?
Yeah.
Like all of these guys auditioned for the same shit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Nobody thought to bring the food. What a great little line.
Yeah.
I guess story. Again,
Yeah.
He brought the comb. Come on.
The comb.
There's like a canteen of water.
Yeah.
There's a couple sleeping bags.
Yeah.
And I don't remember what year this was supposed to be set in, but I feel like the change the change is not much, but it buys a lot more than
1959.
I love I don't want to say imagery or symbolism or whatever. I guess I like the theme of the trains, right? It's one of those. Trains are scary.
Yeah.
Like this is, I don't know if it's a miniature. I guess it's not.
I know for certain they used, especially on the later train sequence,
right?
Used a lot of telephoto lenses to compress that depth of field.
Okay.
And in the later sequence, they also use some optical composite stuff. But
the little glimpses between the cars.
Yeah, nice.
I mean, how scary would that be?
Yeah.
And also how kind of, oh, good line, how kind of off the rails, no pun intended, Feldman's character is, right?
Yeah. Especially, I mean, as you know, the character's backstory with the father and everything.
Right.
Just damaged. And the fact that his psychology, no one can really make sense of it entirely.
And this is such like a kid thing, right? The whole like, oh, we're gonna handshake.
Yeah.
Or whatever. And now we're square. Like that means we're good.
Yeah.
I love that. This is such fuck. Kids today. They have no idea what it was like And I'm not saying that our childhood was this
No.
rural and simple
but at least an analog upbringing.
Yes.
We're not so deeply interconnected. We're just the kid down the street. That's about all you have.
Right. You've got your friends, and he's somebody too, right?
Yeah, I know. One of these guys, he was in Biff Tannen's gang, the one with the 3D glasses.
Okay.
And one of the other kids is Philip from Dream Warriors.
That's who I'm thinking of, yes. Which has got to be the one in the front.
I'm guessing so.
Yeah, that's Philip.
I can kind of see it, yeah.
The one that we thought was Sean Astin.
Marionette Death.
Yeah, Marionette Death. Which is only like a couple years after this, if not maybe next. His next film.
Next thing. That thing comes out in February '87. This is August '86. So he's filming it pretty much right after this thing's out in the theaters.
That's who I knew there was somebody in that gang other than Kiefer that was somebody.
Yeah.
So even like, though, Let's Play Army, like.
Oh yeah.
They're not
make believe and all that. Yeah.
They're not sitting and watching television or watching an iPad or playing Fortnite over an internet connection.
Yeah.
Like, they're out playing in the woods.
Yeah.
They're literally going on an adventure. And
we'd go biking around the reservoir and we'd go exploring down by the little runoff behind the reservoir and stuff like that.
In the Barrens, as it were.
Something, yeah.
And, like, there's something here. They're, like, remember that time? Oh, I dream about that. They're what? They're 13, 14 years old.
Maybe not even.
They don't have a life. Like, that's what their dream is.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
Like, they don't have adult worries.
Yeah, no.
And then, he's so brilliant at writing characters.
Oh, yeah.
And situations. Characters and situations.
Sure.
Look at that old Hills Brothers. That was old then. This is such a 12-year-old boy conversation. Like, I'm having a good time with them.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I don't know that if a kid from after our generation would resonate the same way watching this movie.
Right. I mean, we were in such a interesting generation where we kind of grew up the analog, kind of slowly moved into the video game era and building that stuff up, and then we get into the internet stuff, and then we get out of high school just before the world starts pivoting and changing with the Columbines, the 9/11s, and it's not the same. Going to school or anything like that is all completely flipped on its head by the time the next century comes around.
I love talking about generations. Mm-hmm. And Gen X, well, first of all, it pisses me off that everybody calls everybody boomers.
Yeah,
because
not right.
Boomers, a.k.a. the baby boomers,
post-World War II generation,
encompass the years 1945 to 1965.
Sure, yeah.
Which means that if you are calling somebody a boomer, the youngest of the boomers are currently almost 70 years old.
Right.
That's clearly not me.
Yeah, no.
Then you have Gen X. Gen X, in my opinion, the greatest generation, encompasses 1965 to 1980. And guess what? Nick and I are both born in 1980. And now, people could argue that we're on the cusp because the millennials start in 1981, and I believe they go through 1996, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
And so there is this grand talk about a
Middle generation.
a middle, yeah, like a subculture,
bridge.
yeah, called the Zennials, which is a combination, a portmanteau, if you will, between Gen X and Millennial, that goes from like 1978 to 1982 or 83. And they claim that that window of 5 to 6 years are the ones that truly grew up in the analog age and came to adulthood in the digital age, which is true, but I still will die on the hill that I am Gen X.
Okay.
I feel X deep in my bones. I also feel like that I was born 10 years too late. If I could have been born in 1970, I absolutely would have. I would also relive the 80s over and over again like Groundhog Day.
Yeah. But yeah, we might as well just talk about Rob Reiner himself. I mean, Meathead.
We've got
Coming up.
here's a little flashback to the happier days when Johnny C was alive.
Johnny C, yeah. But Rob Reiner coming up from where he came, because this film kind of happens because of where he came up from, because apparently the production company got bought out by Columbia Pictures, I think partway through production, and Norman Lear put up the money for him to finish the movie. And Norman Lear was behind All in the Family and all that grouping of shows back in the 70s.
Norman Lear is
a king.
One of the probably 5 most important people in all of television. And Rob Reiner's father, Carl Reiner, was another legend that, grew up. I think, did he create the Dick Van Dyke Show and that era of shows? So, like, royalty, right?
Yeah.
So, Rob Reiner, a bit of a Nepo baby.
Yeah. Gotta prove yourself.
Gets the role as Meathead. Mike Stivic on All in the Family, which is one of my favorite shows. Even, I was probably these kids' age when I started watching All in the Family. And I
caught it here and there later on, but you could tell it's a great show.
Like, I watched it when I was his age.
Yeah.
And, where'd they go? And tucked in with no belt, you asshole. Just take the shit out. What are you
showing off?
What are you conserving? Your heat? What was the sick balls is the Chopper? Chopper is the dog, right? Chopper, sick balls. Yeah. Which is another great idea behind children misremembering.
Right, or not comprehending certain things.
Right. So All in the Family is a huge success.
Yeah.
And I don't really know. Chopper is really not that.
Yeah, he's not.
He's just a.
He's not up to the myth.
What is? Oh yeah, grab your dick there, Feldman. I don't remember where in the timeline he meets Penny Marshall.
Okay.
Who is the star of Laverne and Shirley?
Yes.
Not Laverne and Shirley. Maybe it is Laverne and Shirley.
I think so. I think that's right.
I think that's right. Here's where we're getting a little backstory here. Great line where Feldman says, "My father stormed the beach at Normandy." Like, which is probably at that time the most honorable thing in the history of the world.
Penny Marshall, Vernon Shirley,
Okay.
Cindy Williams.
And so, despite the dad being an actual piece of shit, this kid thinks he's a hero.
Oh, yeah. That's enough.
And yes! And I'm not sure what the circumstances are that lead Rob Reiner then to
behind the camera.
The Spinal Tap, which I believe he co-wrote with Christopher Guest.
That's probably right. It's got to be right. I mean, who else are you going to get to write anything?
And and then I don't know if he'd done anything other than This Is Spinal Tap before this one. You'll have to check the filmography.
Written by Christopher Guest, Michael McKean, and Harry Shearer. So I mean,
oh, okay. So the three of them,
3 stars. So I mean, yeah.
Maybe I'm thinking that he got a co-write on the newer one with those three.
Well, it's right here on IMDb. So yes, well, characters created by him and all that stuff too. So.
And This Is Spinal Tap proved to be a success. And, I mean, it's become a cult favorite, kind of, but I think it was successful in the time.
Yeah.
And then, Stephen King has these really hot properties. I love that, where he tries to sing the song again, and hey, let's bring it back, and let's have a good time.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just like, things have kind of gone off the rails a little bit.
Yeah.
Great line. I mean, I love that. I love it.
Oh, yeah.
There's also folklore out there. Again, I don't know if it's verified or not, but there's other folklore that this movie was screened for King privately before it, before it came out, and that it brought him to tears. And he thought that it was the best adaptation of his work up to date.
Well, considering where Reiner and him go, I mean, I totally believe that.
That's the way to get a tattoo?
The fact that Rob Reiner deems his production company Castle Rock Entertainment.
Right, so then...
There it is.
Reiner then goes on to create, or I don't know if this movie is a Castle Rock or if it starts with his next one.
Probably the next one at least.
If it's not this one, then it's the next one. He names his production company Castle Rock Entertainment based on the success of this movie and the approval of Stephen King and the faux pas of it. Oops, I was in the wrong side of the country.
But the spirit is still there.
Right.
That's all that matters.
For sure. Again, if you have a good story, it doesn't really matter.
No, not as much.
Where are we?
Yeah.
Because the characters in the story do the work.
Yeah.
They do the work for you.
You just feel him standing out against them. He's got that. He's got that hold on the screen. The camera likes him so much.
Right.
Kiefer. He's got that cool attitude and everything.
The Chordette's Lollipop is a fucking banger.
Mm-hmm.
I love this song. And it's interesting to see how they kind of split off into little factions here and there.
Yeah. I know Will Wheaton so much after this because shortly after this he gets cast on Star Trek: The Next Generation in a role that he's kind of cast as the whiz kid, which sometimes can be a little grating on people. Like the kid who knows everything is like the and stuff like that. And plus, the first 2 seasons of the show aren't consistently terribly well written, and so over the years he did develop a lot of anxieties, a lot of different problems, and kind of had to deal with just mental, psychological trauma and stuff like that. And apparently he's been sober for a long while, but he had alcohol addiction and stuff like that. So it seems like O'Connell was the only one who kind of came out of this kind of clean. I'd never heard of anything going wrong with O'Connell. He had a pretty nice, smooth career going forward, but the rest of these guys has kind of dodging around Feldman, but he's had his problems.
Well, Feldman's had all sorts of problems.
He's had all kinds of things up and down around, and
Feldman...
he's a weird guy here and now, and there's a long road to get to that weird guy.
Including the very bizarre claims of sexual abuse.
Yeah, and with Haim.
Both with Haim. There's something recently that one of the two of them, even though they were best friends, one of them assaulted the other.
He had some weird documentary thing that came out in a pay-per-view thing. It was weird. It was all about that.
And he wants to be a rock star.
Whole lot of nada on that thing.
No, just not good. No. But some of the, there's all sorts of claims. Like a lot of the spacey stuff is linked back to him in some way. Yeah. Like he makes claims that so-and-so assaulted...
I don't want to fully dismiss things, but it's so sordid to figure out exactly the truth of everything. And plus, depending on what happened, where and when, statute of limitations expire, and you can't really get a investigation going.
I think he also was one that had a relationship with Michael Jackson in some way.
Oh, surely, yeah. Well, the moonwalking, he was very much hard on that.
There's all sorts of dots.
Yeah.
And there's lots of ways.
Everywhere.
Lots of ways to connect the dots.
Yeah, so.
And where there's smoke, there's fire. So I'm not saying...
Oh, no. I'm just saying there's...
But it's so hard. And then in this era, with the pre-internet era, and
less documented in terms of
sure,
today you can find anything as soon as it happens.
And also I hate to say it, but there's this kind of thing with the children and how easier it was to abuse a child because there was the Hollywood
transparency,
the fame of Hollywood, and I don't know, it was.
It's a lot of salacious, sordid...
It's definitely not
complicated shit.
An aspect of the 80s that is one that I would put high on the list.
No.
But it seems like everybody was abusing everybody. And I'm not trying to make light of it. I'm just saying, it's hard to determine what's real and what's not real.
More of it likely happened than not.
But in what order and who to who?
Right.
Whom? I don't know if we'll ever know.
Yeah, and trauma can screw around with your head so much with memories and not. I mean, I am absolutely certain Feldman gone through a lot of fucking shit because he's had. I'm pretty sure he's had alcohol issues and
drugs, for sure.
It's been all over the place, so something caused that.
And
he didn't just fall into
Haim overdosed.
Worse, yeah. So, and losing that friend didn't help anything either. So, yeah. A lot of damage on the Leon cast. Not because of this film, but just saying where they went from afterwards.
But again,
and frankly, a lot of young child actors, they get abused by the system a lot. Not sexually or anything like that, just
taken advantage of.
You're treated too much like an adult when you're 8 years old, and that's not good for development.
Right.
So that happens. If you're Drew Barrymore, whoever else you want to throw out there, it happens.
And also...
It's a very difficult position to put a kid into in a high-stress environment.
I also look at somebody like Macaulay Culkin, who is adamant and doubles down to this very day in 2026 that says he was with Michael Jackson for forever
No.
and was never abused at all.
Yeah.
And denies all of those allegations on behalf of who he thought of as a friend.
Sure.
And there is so much overwhelming evidence against Michael Jackson
Yeah.
that, like, I don't know, like, you don't know who to believe in those kinds of scenarios,
Yeah.
but also,
There's 1,000 freaking incidents of everything.
all of it, right.
Yeah, just...
My guy Anthony Rapp, who I
Yeah.
believe is the one who was allegedly abused by Kevin Spacey.
Yes.
But I feel like Feldman was involved in that, and some, like, he's the one that exposed it.
I don't know.
I don't know. It's
like I said,
weird.
it's such a murky situation, so...
And
we could go on the whole commentary talking about it and not get to a conclusion about anything. But yeah, so
I love
there's
I
a
like
lot of post baggage for this.
yes,
for this cast.
for sure.
So, but this is a great scene. That these are optical composites with the train.
Well, yeah,
and
you can-
everything.
yeah.
Maybe a rear screen, maybe a rear projection screen, I guess.
So we had the scene earlier with Feldman wanting to dodge the train,
Yeah,
and
now they're all
now they're forced.
risk,
now
yeah.
they're all dodging the train.
Yeah. Otherwise, they said they got to take a 100-foot leap off the side into that, and who knows how deep that is.
Well, I mean, just the fall alone would kill you.
Possibly, yeah. Big splat.
And you don't. I mean, it's entirely plausible these kids are going to get flattened like a pancake here. What? I mean, it's a hell of a shot.
Yeah, like I said, that telephoto lens does a lot, man. Makes it look like it's right on their asses.
And what a credit to Rob Reiner's skills.
Oh, yeah.
And can we talk? Let's go back to happy things.
Yes. Please.
Rob Reiner, which we'll come back to his death later because
Okay.
we're in too much of a dour mode here.
Yeah, let's
bring it back to life. Has anybody in the history of cinema had a run
Oh, yeah.
like Reiner did between 1986 and 1992?
What a good 5-film run.
Maybe 6. We've got Stand By Me, and then
The Princess Bride.
Princess Bride was 87, right?
Yeah, and then your golden classic.
When Harry Met Sally,
Yes.
the greatest romantic comedy of all time, and one of my 10 favorite films of all time, 1989.
Yeah.
And then we have Misery,
Flip side of the whole thing. Complete opposite end of the spectrum.
and then A Few Good Men
Oh, yeah.
right after that,
Whew.
which is,
With a cast like you wouldn't believe.
I think, I don't want to say it's the best courtroom drama, but you know how...
Might be one of the most iconic.
You know how I famously don't rewatch movies?
Yeah.
I mean, I shouldn't say I don't rewatch
No,
them, but I don't.
Not on a habit.
My refractory period is long.
You try to get as much stuff in. So
Yes.
A lot more first watch
Breadth.
than repeat watch.
Yes. When I purchased the Blu-ray of A Few Good Men, I don't know, this is probably 10 years ago now.
Yeah.
And I had upgraded to the Blu-ray, and I hadn't seen it in a hot minute, and I watched it. And then, obviously, everything about it, Demi Moore, Kevin Pollak, Tom Cruise, Kevin Bacon, Jack, all the things, right? And then, literally the next day, I was telling my friends about how I'd rewatched it and loved it, and they were like, oh, I haven't seen it in a while, and I said, I would watch it again tonight.
Yeah.
I literally watched it 2 nights in a row.
Oh, yeah.
It's that good.
Yeah. That's a rare feat. For anyone, really, I feel.
So, the character here is saying that he's telling a story.
Yeah.
Like, tell me a story. You tell good
Spin me
stories.
a yarn.
Shut up, Vern. I mean, I was so enamored by this scene at 8 or 9, 10 years old, whatever I was. that, like, this little vignette is what I think of when I think of this movie.
Okay.
Is this. And, in fact, every 4th of July, I go with my friends down to a local casino, Riverboat Casino, in my hometown. And they have a giant festival.
Okay.
There's a concert. There's activities. It's like a whole street of food trucks. It's like a big production, right? Deal. And then there is kind of where they shoot the fireworks off. And we always go down there. And last year, in 2025, we walked down and they held a pie eating contest as part of the 4th of July festivities. And you bet you I was in the front row cheering Lardass, Lardass. It's so
with
obviously
your raincoat on.
It's so
like
obviously a pillow under his.
Oh yeah.
You know, like. The fact that everyone's calling him that, it is so over the top. And I remember, like, when you're like 9 years old, Lardass is a funny word.
Oh yeah.
And everybody just keeps saying it over and over again.
Oh yeah. The whole town.
The whole race, basically, yeah.
Yeah.
And
town full of Henry Bowers.
Basically, yes. Basically. And what I really
this guy, man.
What I really love about this is that it's a story within a story.
Oh yeah.
So King, boy, I bet he was just hard this whole time, right? Like he's writing this great story about, you know, this coming of age of 4 kids who are all learning about themselves and the end of their childhood innocence and all, you know, like this all-American great love story of a whatever. And then he's like, I'm going to have some fucking fun. So he gets to tell a story within the story. And let me just go nuts. You want to get nuts?
Let's get
nuts. Like, what? The fact that it's a pejorative nickname.
Yeah.
Like, it's an insult.
Yeah.
But everybody was, like, cheering him on. Good old castor oil. Is this even a thing anymore?
Mm.
And you don't drink the whole bottle, you fucking lardass.
Oh.
Oh, and then just a rag to knock it down.
Oh.
Like Rocky.
Yeah, well.
Or Hogan. Remember Hogan used to do the raw eggs with his
I'm sure he did.
Protein powder and all that, say your prayers, and that was before that, but yeah.
But
Cow flops. Look at that production design.
Oh, yeah.
Look at this makeup and hairstyle. Look at that.
Oh, jeez, yeah.
How perfectly placed is that? Can you imagine being the production designer on this scene?
Oh,
and you've got
makeup guy, yeah.
Yeah, you got to, or makeup,
hairstyling.
yeah. Or continuity. Can you imagine doing continuity? And
God.
Got to get the little.
Shot
Look,
to shot,
look at that. Look at how much less pie there is on his face here than in the last scene.
Yeah.
And then we go full, like Monty Python style.
Mother.
Look at that. Can you, oh my God, can you imagine? Vomiting is one of the...
everyone else.
With the blueberries in it.
Oh.
the smell's what gets me.
Oh, the smell. Yeah.
I worked in a movie theater for 13 years,
Oh,
which
yeah.
means I cleaned up my fair share of
Chewed up popcorn.
vomit in bathrooms or whatever, and not necessarily because of anything happen. Like
Someone just gets sick.
some kids just get sick sometimes. You know, it has nothing to do with us.
Yeah.
It just happened to be that that's where they
That's
were.
what happened.
And I tell you what, I will clean up the man who shit all over the wall, and that happened too.
Oh, yeah.
People shit all over the wall,
That's happened at my work.
the floor, the wall, the seat.
Yeah, just explode.
I don't love it. I will do that.
Okay.
I don't mind cleaning a bathroom. But if it's a vomit, somebody else has got to do it. I cannot. And it's the smell that gets me. Like the chunks I can overlook. I need that, whatever that like stuff is you put under your nose for like the dead bodies the cops use.
Slams.
And it's funny because the barfing the fact that it just ends is such a Stephen King thing, right? Like Stephen King is kind of famous for either having a bad ending or no ending. So I think it's almost
Just cut it off.
almost an inside joke here, even that early, where he writes that one of the characters says, "Well, we need a good ending to this little mini story." Goofy's also a dog. Cherry flavored Pez, no question about it. I don't quote that as often as I like to. If I could only have one food,
Yeah.
Pez, cherry flavored Pez. I think of it once in a while. It's funny. This is almost what a great segue this is. This is almost Seinfeld-esque. The fact that they're just sitting around, like, they're kids being kids.
All right.
But every one of those topics that they just brought up is something that could have easily been a plot line or a conversation in an episode of Seinfeld.
Yeah.
Fast forward to later, I guess it was early 1990, and they had produced 4 episodes of Seinfeld at that point.
Yeah.
And they were going into, I guess, season 3. They had done 4, and then they got picked up for like 10 for a season 2, 10 or 13.
Yeah, it was really short the first season.
And it was a year between the pilot and the next 3.
Oh, okay. The Seinfeld Chronicles.
That was the pilot.
And then they rebranded.
So they had the Seinfeld Chronicles as the pilot. Then they did like 3 more, and then they got like 10 more. And then the studio was like, it's not happening.
Yeah.
Well, guess who stepped in and said, I think you need to pump the brakes and give this thing a chance. Mm-hmm. I'll give you a guess. Seinfeld was produced by a company called Castle Rock Entertainment, and it was a man named Rob Reiner who said, this show is good.
Yes.
Keep it.
Yes.
And they said, okay.
Yes.
Rob Reiner saved Seinfeld, everybody. Which is probably the next thing he did after A Few Good Men, was like his company producing Seinfeld. He then went on to have a few kind of
North.
Yeah, not great.
Came around and
did he not do The Story of Us? I think with Bruce Willis. That was in the late 90s. That's a great movie.
that's a maybe.
That's a great movie.
Rob Reiner.
Yeah, North is not good.
Fourth, then The American President with Michael Douglas.
That was a hit.
Ghosts of Mississippi. He does do Story of Us.
I love The Story of Us. I need to rewatch that.
I filmed The Bucket.
The Bucket List, yeah.
Yeah, Bucket List with Jack and
Morgan Freeman.
Freeman, yeah.
Yeah, that is a fantastic
A couple
movie.
things here and there. Nothing that breaks a whole lot of waves, but still.
I think the Bucket List was probably his biggest hit after A Few Good Men. Like that movie, that was a hit. I remember The Story of... I think The Story of Us is the first one of them that I saw in the theater.
American President cost like $60 million. No wonder it only made a little over 100.
Did that come out in 97?
95.
Oh, was it that early?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought I was working there for that, but I guess I wasn't.
Bucket List, 175 million grossed.
Yep.
Yeah, that's a lot of cash.
The Bucket List was a hit.
That's a movie you can make in 2007 and make it a hit. You've lost those types of films in this current climate.
I feel like you have. Yeah, you haven't.
The older demographic coming out in that kind of...
Except 80 for Brady or that kind of shit.
Yeah.
That...
Whatever they are.
That wasn't...
That's not grossing close to 200 million. No, that's not grabbing that stuff.
No, the Bucket List appealed to everybody.
Yeah. It just...
No, people don't write movies like that or The Story of Us or whatever anymore because they're too busy making, Iron Man 12 and, all of the shits, right?
Another Avatar, another
this, another that, a remake of this, a remake of that.
Whatever it is, yeah.
They'd rather remake Stand By Me.
If it don't cost $250 million, we don't want to bankroll it, but then fizzle at the box office half the time these days. Such as The Running Man, which made piss all money, but actually a good film, but it didn't make money.
Right. I don't think
the new
one
I'm talking about.
The Long Walk didn't make a ton either.
No, but it probably was
profitable.
Probably budget much less than that.
It feels like...
Yeah.
It feels like these kids have walked for, across state lines. They've walked so much. But they really haven't. And,
no.
when they get to the end, when they find the body, isn't it
home by the next morning.
It's like, oh, we could just drive a car there in,
right.
Half an hour or something.
20 minutes or something, yeah. They're probably gone 5 miles altogether.
Right. But they're walking through the woods and down the train tracks and...
Yeah.
What was Will Wheaton? What was the other show that he was in that was really popular? Was one of the...
Will Wheaton?
It was one of those... Firefly or one of those...
There's a couple other films.
No, I was thinking there was another TV show that he was really popular in the last 20 years.
I don't know. Was he a Big Bang Theory or something? I don't know.
No,
You might have had a guest spot or something on that. I don't know. Back into his career here. Guest spot. He was in 17 episodes of Big Bang Theory.
Okay, you were right about that.
He had a show called The Will Wheaton Project, but I don't know how prevalent that was.
I thought that he was on one of those kind of supernatural shows, but I guess I'm wrong.
O'Connell was on Sliders in the 90s. And he's also done some animated Star Trek work.
I mean, look at the acting on this Phoenix kid. this guy had all the makings to be
the top,
a superstar.
Yeah. I mean, to be that young, to be able to pull out that, you'll have that reference to be able to pull that emotion out of yourself. That's enormously impressive. And the fact that he carries himself so strongly on screen.
And that was a one take or one shot.
Yeah.
Like, that wasn't cut together.
No. Again, it's also credit to Reiner, because, I mean, plenty of directors who can't pull this stuff off with kids. They don't know how to work with them. They know how to coax it out of them to a degree.
I always love this. The wonder. Like, that half smile.
And I like the choice of Dreyfuss for the voiceover, because he's got such a warmth to his voice. Because there are a couple other guys there considering, including Michael McKean, but I don't think McKean, great actor, but I don't think he doesn't have the same quality as Dreyfuss. Dreyfuss feels like a down-to-earth, kind of blue-collar feel to him. There's a certain quality about his timbre, the way he presents himself, the way he can deliver a line. There's something relatable about him.
McKean has a very similar voice.
Yeah.
It's not as deep.
No.
But it is...
There's a vulnerability to Dreyfuss, too, here.
Sure.
You can feel that they kind of crack. I mean, it's a natural thing in his voice, but there's a little bit of a crackle to it. And how he's kind of talking a little bit softer, whatnot, but there's still a little that underlying emotion in it. It just... I mean, it's like Daniel Stern doing it for Wonder Years.
Right, right.
You find the voice that fits what you want to tell with the story so much, and that's such a good thing.
Dick! I like that they have one character that's kind of a fraidy cat.
Yeah, it's nice.
Well, it's nice that they're all different in a way.
Oh, right.
Like, again, we've said time and time again over the last nearly 10 years that there are plenty of stories where they throw at you a handful of characters.
Oh, yeah.
And not one of them you give a damn about because you don't know a damn about them.
Right.
And I will go to my grave saying that nobody in the last 200 years has written characters as well as Stephen King.
All right.
And you've kind of got an opposing group who's got the same objective, but for different reasons.
Yeah.
And also, they're being bullied.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
Like, it's not an...
Ace is an alpha, total.
It's not an adventure...
Yeah.
As much as it is...
Personal gain thing.
Right.
Yeah.
You flinched. What a great, great turn of events that was. Why are you tucked in your shirt? The whole point of the belt is to keep the shirt tucked in to the pants. You don't want the shirt coming out.
Yeah.
You're securing it in.
Yes.
You're also securing the pant to your waist.
Yeah.
It's not that you poke the thing 6 inches. Dumb shit.
That's a great gag.
It's like, that's like a Three Stooges gag or a, old Laurel and Hardy or something.
It's hard to go wrong with physical comedy.
Pratfalls always work.
As Michael Richards will tell you.
Yeah. You know what the first thing I would think is? Holy shit, my cell phone's in my pocket.
Oh, yeah. Now, yeah.
But guess what?
Fuck it.
They don't even
have as much of a radio.
They don't even have wallets, let alone...
Yeah.
And just when you thought that this wholesome story couldn't have just a little bit of horror to it... Just when you thought it was safe to go back in the water. Now, we get probably the most terrifying thing.
Oh, yeah.
Jesus Christ, I don't like bugs. Come on.
No fun. Can't even imagine.
Okay, so those don't really look like leeches. They look more like cockroaches. But for my entire life, I have been terrified of leeches pretty much because of this. And where's the one place that you want blood to go? And you don't want... That is the wrong kind of sucking, my friend.
God damn it. Oh, just can't even imagine.
And the handful of blood, man, that's what sells it, right?
Yeah, you know where he's going.
The eye roll is good. Can you imagine how gross it would be to be all wet and rolling around in the mud?
Ugh.
Or even, like, I don't think that was a Fugazi creek or river, right? Like it feels like they actually shot that in a real creek or something.
Deal. Yeah.
Like that's not
a
tank on a soundstage.
No. I fainted twice in my life.
I've never fainted.
One time was the one I already told you about in junior high in the health class. I got queasy, talking about anatomy.
Oh, boy.
The other time is, I was at the top of the stairs at home, and I fainted and fell down the stairs.
No!
Yep. Just out of nowhere, really. And this is like...
Was it maybe like a blood sugar thing, or...
I don't know, whatever. And this was like, probably at least 12 steps on the stairs, type of thing, so...
You're lucky you didn't break everything.
I was a kid. So small enough.
Kids are resilient.
Small enough, but...
That was before the health class?
I believe so. Yeah,
okay.
Younger.
Kids are like rubber.
So, yeah, it was... right in front of my mom and my sister.
Oh, well, if they were there, that's better.
They were there, yeah.
I mean, it's better than being by yourself.
I still fell down the stairs.
Feeling, well, I know, but at least
I'm just saying.
At least
I wasn't alone.
You weren't broken and broken in half and laying there floundering and unconscious.
I can't get up.
Right. Nobody around.
Whatever old commercial that was, some like life signal or something with the little button you hung around your neck when you couldn't Call nobody.
What's it called? Med Alert? Is that
Something maybe. I think it was a long time ago.
I think they're still around. The I fallen and I can't get up.
They
people
have an app now instead of some little button around your neck or something you squeeze.
Well, right, but
back in the day, what else you got?
If you've fallen, you might not have your access to your phone.
Surely, I'm just saying.
It's not as consistent back and forth, but I do like the.
Just look at him, man.
The antics of. Well, there's a Final Destination too.
Yeah.
The antics of the older kids.
Yeah.
And like the juxtaposition of what each group does for fun.
Oh yeah.
With their peers.
Oh yeah. Ace is a jackass.
Sure, he's a bully. 100%. Look at the wind. I mean...
Oh, yeah. There's a storm coming. But the things you get advantageous on the day, it kind of suits the mood. You're getting right up to the body and everything, so
right.
it's feeling a little
ominous.
ominous.
A little ominous, yeah.
Yeah.
I don't remember how he heard it. I know when he was digging under the porch trying to find his pennies, he overheard something about the body.
Yeah, two of the guys came out on the porch and everything talking about it.
Right, but
because one of them's his brother, isn't it?
Yeah, that could be.
Yeah.
But if they were talking about it, how did they not
get there?
How did nobody get there before this?
Right.
You know,
a little peculiar. Oh.
That's gotta fuck you up.
Yeah.
I was just looking up on my phone other Stephen King stories that take place in and around Harlow, Maine.
Okay.
And I found a list of them. We've not covered any of the... it's mentioned in several, and then there's a couple where it takes place in Harlow. I was right. Jerusalem's Lot is the town that Salem's Lot takes place in. For some reason, I thought that Harlow was part, like, next door to it or something, but it's not. But I've read a ton of stories, so I get them a little confused.
Yeah, it's a lot.
All these fictional towns that
they're all interconnected to a degree.
Right, and, you know, they're all fake, but they're all in canon with each other.
Yeah, yeah.
So... I do love that each of them have a point in the story where they are down.
Yeah.
And get lifted up by the peers.
Yeah.
And everybody kind of takes a turn.
Oh, it feels so real.
It really does.
Yeah. Relatable.
Like, the kid's also grieving. His big brother died.
And he even said, I can relate to this type of thing. When he said, at his funeral, I didn't cry.
Right. I'll tell you what. I've been to several funerals where I didn't...
You didn't process it yet.
Yeah, I didn't emote.
I've heard people that sometimes takes years and just hit you out of nowhere.
Grief is a weird thing, dude.
You just kind of compartmentalize things at times, or just it just doesn't get through. You don't realize the reality of it, what you've lost, what they think about it.
And then something at some point, out of
just
nowhere.
Smack shot out of nowhere.
It just hits you right in the face.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. That him, River Phoenix is the little brother of Nightmare Kid.
Yeah.
Not Joey. What was the other one? What was he called in the... Philip.
Philip. Yeah.
Philip. And maybe Vern is the brother of that one?
Yeah. I believe so.
The one who looks like a young J.T. Walsh. Not J.T. Walsh. J.K. Simmons. I always mix those two up. J.T. Walsh in A Few Good Men. Very prominent role. Very distinct. He's... Oh,
Yeah.
goddamn. A Few Good Men. Oh!
I don't know, just the fact that we're so familiar with Kiefer, but it's like he just radiates. Like, yeah, that's a star right there.
It's funny because I feel that way about Corey Feldman too, and I don't
Yeah.
know if it's just because he was ubiquitous.
Yeah.
And for a 5 to 8 year period,
Yeah.
you couldn't
Escape the guy.
couldn't
right?
wipe your ass without
Yeah.
Corey Feldman being there.
Yeah.
Like
He's on all the video shelves.
the sack. Ain't got the sack. 50s euphemisms, colloquialisms.
Yeah.
I don't know the idioms.
Yeah, sure.
Stephen King has such a soft
Wide
spot.
vocabulary.
And I'm going to guess that some of these that's the line of the whole movie. Suck my fat one, you cheap dime store hood. That is the line of the whole movie.
Yeah.
And that's real close second. No ace,
Yeah.
just you.
But Kiefer just makes it look so effortless, man. Everything he's doing.
Kiefer, you're right. Like,
Yeah.
if you line up all of the older kids,
Yeah.
like all of the ones that we don't know
Yeah.
in the background they feel like background.
Right.
Kiefer feels like the
Very
kind of guy
comfortable, yeah.
that would never be in the background.
Oh, no. And he never would be. He's constant star for 40 years, man. That's a testament, man.
Biggest one in 4 counties. I love the way 12-year-olds talk to each other. He's got a bad haircut, though.
Which one? Wheaton?
Wheaton.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, it's borderline bowl cut around the
Yeah.
front, but it's not consistent enough.
Yeah.
And there's the epic
Yeah, beautiful.
with the
jib shot
with the
and all that,
ants
yeah.
the ants going the other direction.
Yeah. Nice. I like it with all the pollen in the air and everything.
And the evenly paced, right? Like that's
Yeah,
the Beatles
yeah.
walking across Abbey Road, kind of,
that type of thing. Yeah.
Even something about the clothing, right? Like no two are wearing the same color.
Right.
So they
I like that Feldman's been wearing kind of the army green shirt and everything to reflect the father.
Well, he's got the
story of the father.
dog tags.
The dog tag,
yeah.
Yes. Just it's nice. I mean, I feel that's in the novel too.
I'm sure.
Too.
I'm sure
he's got a handle on that totally. Just that head to toe look. That's a nice touch that there's still a sweetness left.
Right. And the fact that he's still looking for his pennies. And I don't know a better way to, like, wrap it up. I mean, the fact that they just leave the body,
Yeah.
which really underscores the idea that it wasn't about the body.
The journey has transcended that. Yeah.
Right.
And the entire feeling like we've come back to town, come back to the lives we've had, but we don't feel like we fit those lives, fit that town anymore. Yeah, I like that.
That's a Stephen King line if I've ever heard one. The Stephen King's greatest attribute in his descriptions is the use of the simile. And the way that he will compare a situation to another situation to make you understand it, like that.
Yeah.
Friends come in and out of each other's lives like busboys in a restaurant. Every single person listening to this could go, oh, I know what that means.
Yeah.
And he found a way to articulate it
Just
like that.
pass in and out of your lives like they barely existed sometimes.
And there are...
And that's also a perfectly kind of middle-aged feeling.
It so is. Oh, my God.
Once you've lived enough life, you can start looking back like, well, that person, what happened to that person in my life that I haven't seen in 15, 20 years? Well, they just went off here and disappeared there, and I don't know. Ugh.
And, I just got chills.
That's sad. I mean,
I'm
sure even because it's River Phoenix's character after 93 or so. That's
right.
And probably even more with the people who worked on the film.
Right.
That's gotta, oof. Squeeze the juice right out of your heart.
He really looks young there. I mean, he kind of was. I'm so used to older Dreyfus.
Right, a little bit. But man, the Dreyfus smile, man. He just got such a charm to him.
And I lied. Suck my fat one, you cheap dime store hood is not the best line of this movie. It's right here. I never had any friends like the ones I did when I was 12.
Yeah.
And then, Jesus, does anybody?
Oh, yeah, just bravo, sir.
That is the line of the century.
Yeah.
The end.
I mean, Drive has got, what, 2 minutes of screen time in this film, and you remember just as well as anyone else. You will.
I mean, I feel like...
Beyond just the voiceover, just like that little moment there at the
Right.
computer, it just resonates something. He understands. He's read the whole script. There's no way he hasn't read the whole script to understand the resonance of the story, to play that one moment.
Right.
Reflecting on all that stuff on the computer screen he just typed out.
Coincidentally, the song Stand By Me might be one of my 10 favorite songs of all time.
It's a beautiful track. Nothing else quite sounds like it. Benny King's vocals are
almost
wonderful.
I'd say 9 out of my 10 favorite songs are from the 1980s.
Okay.
And then there's this.
This is a timeless song, really is. It just, you can feel the heart of it completely.
Yes.
Oh.
And
Makes you want to cry right now.
we didn't touch on the death of Rob Reiner, which, tragically also...
Yeah, it hurt. It hit me really... I was in a funk. I was in a really bad funk when I heard about it. My God.
Rob Reiner's 80 years old, and he was murdered.
Yeah.
You're not supposed to be murdered when you're 80 years old.
No.
And the fact that it was, his own son...
Who, as we touched on with other people, supposedly had his own problems.
Yeah, riddled with mental illness,
Yeah.
which, I get
Rob
it.
and his wife.
Right. Both parents, the son murdering both parents. I don't know. I know that sons murder their parents around the world
It happens.
every day. And that doesn't make it any less tragic.
No.
And I realize that there are people out there who think that we shouldn't necessarily grieve for celebrities because we don't know them.
No, but still.
I fucking felt like I knew him.
These people have made an emotional impact on our lives.
100%. If all he had ever done was make When Harry Met Sally, or he had only made Misery, or he'd only made All in the Family.
Right.
That's enough
Yeah.
for me. And the fact that he did all of those things.
Yeah. The film we're going to cover next month, oh my God.
A Princess Bride, we're going to do
adore
next
it.
month.
Yes.
Nobody deserves to be murdered. Nobody should be murdered when they're 80.
No.
And I am still heartbroken
Yeah.
over the loss of Rob Reiner and his wife.
Yeah.
And, all we can do is
And
just...
the fact that guy was so beloved.
Yeah.
But not just about fans, but anyone who worked.
The industry, the whole industry.
The guy was friends with Martin Scorsese.
He was friends with everybody.
Just remember the cameo he had in Wolf of Wall Street. It's a fantastic moment.
Sure.
That shows, this guy, friends everywhere. The outpouring of grief and love and everything from everyone just came from all angles. The guy just, that was a soul. The guy made films from his heart. More times than it seems not. But this run was untouchable.
Right. Really all the way from This Is Spinal Tap through A Few Good Men, and then,
Detours here and there.
At that point, he was the production company was a little bit bigger than him.
Yeah.
But then he did come back a little later on. American President and Story of Us and The Bucket List.
Yeah.
It's a career of the ages.
Yeah.
He should be... Rob Reiner is one of the greatest of all time.
Yeah.
And we didn't deserve to lose him.
No.
We'll be back with more Rob Reiner next month.
Yes. So, guys, we appreciate all your thoughts and feelings on Stand By Me and Rob Reiner in general, guys. So, thanks for joining us. Take care. Bye-bye.